Hey guys, Hydra here, and I'm back with a new video. Today is going to be my first commentary, and forgive me if I sound a bit nervous. I'm not used to it, but hopefully in the future I'll get a lot more confident about speaking, and we can move on from there. But anyway, today's topic is about realistic versus futuristic first-person shooters. As I've had experience with both, let me just go ahead and give my opinion. I do prefer realistic shooters, but depending on how the futuristic shooter is made, I will play it too. As you know, I used to play Black Ops 3 a lot. I didn't post it a lot on this channel because my upload schedule was really shitty back then, but I used to be a beast at Black Ops 3. I was Prestige 3, level 55. That doesn't sound like a lot, but I was trying to get the hero gear, so in my eyes, my level didn't really matter. It was about the progress I had made behind the scenes. But I was good at it. I was good at the fast-paced action. I was good at the non-tactical gameplay, and it was something I enjoyed. I got Battlefield. I started playing that. Not as much as Black Ops 3, but it was still something I enjoyed. Then I got Siege, and Siege is what really brought me over to the realistic side of shooters. Call of Duty, Black Ops 3, it got boring to me after a while because of all the, like I said before, non-tactical gameplay, and there's really just no strategy at all in that game. You just jump, you shoot, boom, enemy's dead. In Siege and Battlefield, you actually got to account for shit like, wind factor and bullet drop and sight lines and all that stuff, which I think every game should have. Some of you may disagree with me, but I really do feel that even Call of Duty should have destructible environments. Not like the whole map is destructible, but at least be able to make a new sight line into like flag B or something if an enemy has it captured. But anyway, yeah, I do like both, but I prefer realistic because I like working with the team and I like creating sight lines and actually having a fair chance. Because like in Call of Duty, it doesn't matter if you shoot first, if you shoot last. If the enemy has a bigger gun, they're gonna outgun you. Something like Siege, even though every gun has different damage, they pretty much all do the same damage at a distance, which is what I do. I usually stay back. But, it really, at the end of the day, it really all depends on what you prefer. If you like jumping over people, giving them a run for their money, teasing them whatsoever, all that stuff, you can play Black Ops 3 or Titanfall. Titanfall is good. But if you like that really tactical stealth realism, then you would need to go with Siege. Or if you just like massive scale battles and blowing shit up and tanks and all this nonsense, then Battlefield's the way to go. Now, each genre has its advantages and disadvantages. I'm going to start with futuristic first. The advantages of futuristic is if you can get used to the way the game handles, which is oftentimes very spastic, then in the eyes of like whatever community that game is, like the COD community for instance, you'll be considered a god, which I find is kind of stupid. But jumping over people and killing them from behind is kind of hard when the other person has trained themselves to always follow the enemy. So that's the advantage there. The advantage for tactical gameplay on the realistic side is, you can work with the team. One person can cover the back. You, depending on which character you chose, you can make new sight lines for the rest of the team. And you can all, if you work together, right, you can just coordinate the fuck out of that plan. Like, for instance, say that one team is defending, like I'm going to use Siege for an example. One team's defending, one team's attacking. If the defending team has a really fortified location, all the attacking people can just coordinate together. You know, one dude place a breaching charge on this wall, the other dude put his exothermic charge on that wall. One dude watching behind, the other dude put a cluster charge on the ceiling, and you know, you could just coordinate the plans and really scare the shit out of the enemy team. Something that, while it isn't the same way in COD, it still can be done, but it's not as rewarding. Because in COD, you can flank enemies and close in on them from all directions, but it's not really as scary because you could just jump away, or if you have a powerful enough gun, you can outgun them. Whereas in Siege, if you start seeing all the walls around you blow in, and you know, grenades start falling from the ceiling, and you hear a shotgun blasting through a wall, it gets really scary. And I think the one thing I really love about tactical realistic shooters is that it's the intensity factor. COD has a competitive factor, I'll give it that. But Siege and Battlefield has an intensity factor. I've used Siege too much, so I'm going to use Battlefield for this next example. Say that you're trying to get Flag D on Conquest. If you got 4 enemy tanks watching the position, you're not going to want to go for that flag because it gets really tense when they all start aiming at you. And depending on whether or not the other team is communicating, they can close in on your position, and it just gets really fucking scary. Whereas COD, yeah, you do have people that communicate, but it's not really that scary because you, like I said before, jump away or slide away or run on the wall, flank them, avoid them, do whatever you need to do. Same thing with Siege. If all the walls start blowing in and you see all the enemies coming from one direction and you haven't flanked them, it gets really nervous and nerve-wracking when they start picking off your team. And that's something that COD doesn't have, because in COD and Battlefield, you infinitely respawn. In Siege, you don't. So it's like one life, make the best of it. Which is something I think that most shooters should have. Like, not as their main feature, but I think that COD should definitely have a game mode where it's like one life only. And before you say, well, they already do, it's called Search and Destroy, I'm talking about a different thing, where it's literally kind of like security area from Siege. You got one team defending an area, obviously not fortifying it or anything, but they're defending it, and you have the other team coming to get them, and they have to survive. And I think that would be really cool. But anyway, that comes to an end to this commentary. I hope to be bringing you guys more in the future. My upload schedule is once a week, and hopefully, if I keep sticking to it, my commentaries will get a little bit better, and I won't be stuttering as much. And maybe I'll actually write a fucking script for this too. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for the view. Sub for more. And you know, just thank you for deciding to pick my channel. Anyway, yeah, that's enough rambling for me. Alright, guys, see ya.